Hello, everyone. My name's Ladybird Monroe. If I love wrestling, you love wrestling, we love
So welcome to Women Know Wednesday. Ooh. Today we have someone. I've seen a little bit of her. I was watching a show on Mission Pro, and she faced Roche Chanel. And she was getting some hits in on Roche. I have a bounty out on Roche, and I was like, "Get her, Lady Bird. Go ahead, get her." You know, um, and she's impressing me. She's out of the Texas area. We have Ladybird Monroe here today. How are you doing?
Hello, I am great. Thanks for having me.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for watching that match.
Oh, yeah, it was a good match. Anybody who faces Roche, I want them to beat her up because
She does us dirty a little bit. Brushing my hair, you know.
she combed my hair, and I was a little upset. Exactly what I told her. I'm glad you said that. But the first question I always ask when people come on is I ask, why do you love wrestling, or what started your love for wrestling?
Oh, that's a great question. What started my love was about a couple years ago. I was watching. Well, actually, it was a year ago. I think during Thanksgiving, I was watching it on TV with family, and then I was like, I want to try that. So then I started training, and that's what made me ultimately fall in love with it. Was getting to do this sport that I've been doing sports my entire life, and then I went to college and got a 9-to-5 job and was living a very boring life. And so getting to do something like wrestling, which is incredibly entertaining, was what made me fall in love with it. And then also the people are incredible. So, yeah.
When you said training, now you're training down, I know their Instagram name, I believe, is official AAPW.
Yep.
How was it training there, and who were your trainers?
So my trainer was Papa Don, who is the owner of America's Academy of Pro Wrestling, which is the AAPW. It's the only facility in Austin, so that's really why I picked it, because it was close to me. And he does about a year-long training course, so you have to graduate at the end, where you do like a gauntlet match. So yeah, and it was great. I love my training there. I'm so grateful for that training.
A gauntlet match. How many people did you have to face?
So I actually tore my ACL right before my gauntlet. So technically I haven't graduated, so that really hurts. It stings, but once I get back, I'll do that just so I can have that moment. But normally it goes an hour, so they make sure that you go at least an hour.
Okay. And you said you recently tore your ACL. If we can talk about that a little bit. When did that happen, and how do you feel recovering from that?
So it happened during a battle royal kind of match where I was, being so green in this business means I have to just learn the hard way sometimes. And I was jumping off the rope. And really in those matches, you really shouldn't leave your feet when you have that many people in the ring. And so when I jumped, I landed. I didn't land very steady, and then I heard it pop, and I was down. Still finished that match, though, because you're not going to take me out that easy, ACL. But yeah, and it sucks. Tearing ACL sucks, mostly because I'm going to be down for a bit. They say 6 months to a year. I'm hoping only 6 months, but I'm on officially a month from surgery since I've had my surgery, and it's getting better every day. But yeah, would not recommend it. It sucks. Post-surgery sucks. Your leg feels like it's on fire, and it's terrible. But,
So okay. You're hoping to get back out there about around June?
That's the plan. I'd like to get in the ring again. They say that I shouldn't be able to run until like 2 to 3 months. So I'm hoping to get into the ring once I'm able to run again.
Okay. So during this recovery time, we'll go. Yeah, I'll stay here. During this recovery time, how are you handling the recovery time besides working and everything? What you doing for your wrestlers to get your wrestling to stay on par?
I'm watching it. I'm watching it. So being green and new to this industry means I have a lot of history to learn in this business. So I'm doing my studying and I'm watching good matches, bad matches, in between. So that's how I'm just trying to learn and soak up as much as I can from the people who've come before me and have killed it before me, as well as staying in the know in the indie scene because I love to know everything going on around there.
Now, just watching, what are some of the things that you're watching? Because you said you just got involved when you started training with wrestling. So what are some of the things that you're looking at watching, like, or have you found somebody who's one of your favorite wrestlers to watch?
Oh, of course. Well, I obviously love Mickie James. She's doing stuff at Impact right now, and she's about to be with WWE again, which is going to be really rad to watch that. Bryan Danielson is a cool one. That's the type of wrestler I'd love to be like. Ronda Rousey, I loved her whole thing when she came in and completely murdered the game. It was incredible, in my opinion. Yeah, those are some wrestlers I like. Of course, the four horsewomen, obviously. But I like WWE, AEW, NXT, some Impact when I can actually watch it.
So, true. When you can watch it.
It be short.
So in your, because you said you haven't graduated, so you're still in your first year of wrestling. What's that?
Technically, yeah. I debuted in June, but I started training at the beginning of January last year.
2021. Okay, right after the pandemic. Yep. So is there anyone who you faced so far that you just love that match and want to get back in with them?
Oh, that's a great question. I am so green that I haven't even got to experience half the amazing women in this business. But when I went to AEW, that was cool because I got to go against the Bunny and Nyla. Those are just like powerhouses of the game over there. So that was really cool. So to get to go back and face anyone over there would be great. I'd love to go against Thunder Rosa one day because she's such an incredible athlete and just a badass. At the moment, I think I still need more matches, honestly.
So you still need more matches. So technically your first year, you were on AEW.
Yes.
How was that experience? I mean, we talked to a few people who's been on AEW and they haven't been wrestling that long. And, how was the experience for you going there to the big, being on a big stage?
It was incredible. So I had hurt my knee right before then, but I had gone to my doctor and he was like, as long as you don't irritate it before going into surgery, you're going to be fine. Like, just don't mess it up. And I knew I was capable of that. Going into those AEW matches, I know it's not going to be a very long match because I am so green. They don't know me. You got to give me about 5 minutes. That's kind of all you get when you're new over there, which is completely fair. But going there was incredible. It was a dream come true. I wanted to do that before I was down because I knew I was going to be down for a while. So I was like, I have to have this like one thing because that was my goal, was to get there at some point. Dark match, like that was a goal. I didn't know I was going to get there my first year. I'm super grateful for that. But yeah, it's everything you think it would be. It's incredible. Like getting out there and getting in front of that many people, it felt like home. Like I don't know. I felt like I was meant to be there. Like this was the moment I was waiting for, or at least working really hard for. So I just can't. I want to be back in front of a huge crowd like that one day. It's the best feeling in the world.
So we can talk about this. Y'all posted together. So you also were at AEW with, I figure she was your tag team partner, even though you're in a 6-man, Gigi Ray.
Yes.
So I saw a post of both of you, and I was like, they kind of favor each other. How did that tag team come about? Because I mean, I haven't seen you guys tag, but just in your Instagram videos, I'm like, they got chemistry. This could be interesting.
Gigi Ray is my girl. She is yeah, I met her at Mission Pro actually. So we were two newbies. We went there for training with Thunder Rosa, and then they picked two people out of all the trainees to get to actually have a match. And so her and I were picked, but we were going against each other. So that's how we met. So we had that match, and then we became really good friends after that. So we would go on road trips together to matches, and people just kept booking us together, which was really cool. So we're like, oh, you're going to that too? Great. You want to ride together? Awesome. So a lot of our first moments, like AEW, we got to do together, which was freaking awesome. So yeah, I love her. I hope that we get to tag soon once I'm better. That's why we didn't really get to, because I got hurt, so I can't. But I hope to see that happen too.
People listening, look them as a tag team when she gets back. I'm just saying.
Woohoo! Kick some ass. I'm ready for it.
Yes. Now, ooh, can I ask that? Yeah, that's okay to ask.
You can ask me.
All right. So you said you wanted to face Thunder Rosa. So I usually ask 3 people who you want to face. So we're gonna take Thunder Rosa's name out. Do you have 3 people who are on the independent scene that you do want to face?
Ooh, that's good. Okay, so Jasmine Allure, which I'm sure you know who that is. She of course, she came from AAPW, and so the same place that I trained from. And I came about a year after she graduated. And that is someone, so I got to go against her, and I loved that. And she's one that I'd love to go against because it's like, the same place. So that would be a cool one. Let me think. This is a good question. Just trying to think of powerhouses, people that I can learn a lot from during a match. Probably anyone on the Mission Pro roster, honestly, because they're all fabulous. Genocide, Holiday, I can keep thinking of some more too.
Ooh, she said Genocide, Holiday. Ooh.
Those are tough ones. Okay, I'm gonna need some more in ring time to practice for those ones. But
I mean, I might cut this just to let Holiday know that somebody out there looking at her, because she enjoys challenges.
Let me get my ACL fixed before people start going after my knee. Now I know that's gonna be a thing.
It might be a thing.
Use a bad knee. Let's go after it. Take her out.
So, in a day in life, let's say while you were still actively wrestling, what would that consist of for you?
So I would train at the very least 9 hours a week, and then that's not with having shows on the weekend. So I would go, let's say it was a Monday, I would work my 9 to 5 and then get ready and then head over to AAPW. I'd train for 3 hours and then I'd stay after usually and get some extra training in. So really what that is we do a workout at about the first hour, warm up, and then we run drills. We just practice whatever we're wanting to practice that day with our trainer. And then you can stay after. And then if you really want to develop work on your character, work on your skill set, work on your moves, that's kind of your time to do that. So I would do that 3 times a week. And then we normally have shows on Saturdays, which I would have a match normally. So you figure out who you're going against, and then you have your match, and then review it. And then some Sundays, some days I could be double booked where I have one on Saturday and one on Sunday. I never got my Friday, Saturday, Sunday bookings like I wanted to one day, because it would be really cool to be booked the entire weekend. But training, normally my dedication to wrestling was 15 hours a week to 20 maybe. So it takes your entire life. I didn't have any hobbies at that time. I had no time to do anything else other than work, eat, go and wrestle, and then sleep. Like it takes your life, but I would not have it any other way. I've never been happier, to be honest. It's the life I wanted for myself.
Glad that you're happy.
I'm out though. Now I'm like, what am I supposed to do with all this time?
The film study will get you there. So let me ask you this. Being a young woman coming up in the wrestling industry, and it's like looking at it, it is like a women's revolution going around. Do you look at yourself as a role model or trying to be a role model for young women and girls out here?
That would be a goal. I would love to. I'd love to be, and I hope in some ways that I am, but I still have a lot of learning to do, and I have a lot of. There's already so many role models out there people who paved the way for me to even be where I'm at. The fact that I was at AEW so quickly was because other female wrestlers. Like there's so many great role models out there, but absolutely, I would. That's definitely a goal. Who doesn't want to be a role model for women and feeling strong and powerful and not feeling you have to be this one type of person? I know I struggled with stuff like that my whole life, just knowing who I was and feeling confident about my body and all this stuff. And it's great to be a strong woman and see that as a really beautiful thing, instead of trying to have to fit into this one little box. So yes, I hope to be a role model for young ladies.
And watching you wrestle, this is me just asking. Do you have a athletic background before you started wrestling?
Yes. What did you think? Yes or no? Hopefully you think not yes.
I thought so because I saw some of the forearms you were giving. I was like, "Ooh, okay, she hitting hard. She flying across the ring. She you was picking up and picking her up with ease and everything." So, what type of sports were you in before you got to wrestling?
So I've been doing athletics my whole life. So when I was like 4 years old, I was put in competitive cheerleading, which when you get into that, you learn you're basically a gymnast. You have to learn all the tumble flips and all that stuff. Picking up people, catching people, like a competitive cheer trained me the best for wrestling, I think, because you're really doing a lot of the same stuff in a way, just it's different. Obviously it's entirely different, but I would get knocked in the face all the time from someone swinging an arm out if I'm catching them. But yeah, competitive cheer, soccer. Soccer was a big one for me. I'm a yoga. Well, am I certified anymore? I don't know. I got my yoga certification like right before I became a wrestler. So yeah, what else have I done? Just always been in sports and doing athletics my entire life. That was I don't know, it was my parents' goal to just get me in there, I guess, and see if they made an athlete.
Well, they obviously have because you can see it. The little bit I have seen, you can see that you are an athlete. Now Ladybird Monroe, I got to ask because I see the name and I was looking like when they announced you, I was like Ladybird Monroe. That's an interesting name to have. So how did that name come about for you?
So, have you ever been to Austin?
Yeah.
So, Ladybird is a big thing in Austin. So it's Ladybird Johnson I believe she and her husband's a former president. I think they resided in Austin. So there's a lot of things named Ladybird around Austin, and Austin's a home to me. It is a home I chose for myself. I'm from Dallas, but moved here just to get away from everything up north in North Texas. And this was the first home I got to create for myself. And so that was something that I really liked. And then I wanted to be unique. Like there's not a ladybird in this business, and there's never going to be one. I want to be the only one. And so I like the fact that it paid tribute to where I'm from, and that it's really unique. You're not going to hear it from another wrestler.
Okay. I've been to Austin a few times. Used to come down for Mission Pro shows.
Oh yeah, you'll see it next time. Now when you drive by, you'll see a sign. And you're like, oh, I know.
The plane tickets gotta go down. But they used to be cheap during the other time.
Yeah.
But now they're kind of outrageous for where I'm at. I'm in the Midwest, so
what are they, like 400 or something?
Yeah, it went from being like 175 to now it's like 450 plus. So it's like, oh, okay, can't really do that each month like I wanted to. But I'll be at the Mania Mission Pro show, so I will be checking that out. So I got to ask you, I just said Mania Mission Pro. How was it working with Mission Pro? Because that's where I first saw you, and I was like, oh, okay, they got somebody new. So how was that working at Mission Pro show?
It was great. Thunder Rosa is awesome, and the business that her and her husband have built is incredible because it's very much women supporting women, and no bullshit in the locker room, like no being assholes, like be kind to one another and lift each other up and kick each other's asses, and have fun doing it. Like it was a great, that was the biggest promotion I had been to when I did that promotion. So it was really cool and it was inspiring. I learned a lot and I was very inspired moving forward and after that. So yeah, it was great. That's a great promotion. I hope to be back there at some point.
Was your first one the tussle in Oklahoma or Tulsa?
That was my second one. My first one was the one at the brewery in
Texas. Yes, you were.
That was great. I love that crowd too. That's a great thing.
I haven't been to Conroe yet. I've only been to Austin, but I that's why I plan to get to Conroe at some point.
It's so great, and the beer there, so good.
I don't even drink beer, you know.
You don't drink beer? Come on.
I don't. I mean, I do sometimes, but I really don't.
That is worth trying because they have really good flavors.
It was the IPA type stuff.
To be honest, I don't know. I just know it was good. Like they had unique flavors that I hadn't tried before, but not overly sweet. So I'm not sure.
Okay. I'm gonna ask this question, then we're gonna ask some random questions. So I usually lean in a bit.
Okay.
I know I don't know where it's gonna go, so I usually come in and I say The Rock or Stone Cold.
Oh, these are the questions?
Yeah. The Rock or Stone Cold.
Stone Cold.
Stone Cold?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I'm a little cowgirl. Like that's inspiration. That's an inspiration right there.
Well, guys, if you've been watching for these weeks, you know what always happens at this time when someone picks the Stone Cold.
Uh-oh.
I go, oh, this is still available to whoever the first person is that picks The Rock, but I get to keep this. But we're going strong. I did say at 4 weeks I would put this away, and this is week 4. So I think I might keep it, but we might try one more time. But we got 4 Stone Colds to start 2022. Ooh. It's hurtful, but it's all right. It's all right.
It's a little hurtful.
I got to ask some pop culture references. Do you consider yourself a dancer?
A dancer?
Yes.
I mean, I've tried the dances on TikTok and I'm not very good at them.
I've seen y'all dancing on TikTok, you know.
I'm not very good. I thought I used to be a good dancer, but these TikTokers are putting me to shame.
Oh, okay.
I feel very lame.
I saw you and Gigi post something. I was like, oh, Instagram. Okay, maybe they'll do some more Instagram videos for the tag team. Might be cool, you know.
Ooh, okay, we should start doing that more.
I'm just saying, get people hyped up for your return. You know, a lot of people get on TikTok and do the back and forth talking or something like that. Might be cool if y'all integrate something like that.
You're getting some ideas in my head.
Just saying, I might have to. I am gonna reach out to Gigi and talk to her also, so we can spotlight her. But I have seen what she's doing. So I have to ask. I don't want to ask this.
Do it.
A random question about what's going on out in the world. Did you eat the Taco Bell chicken wings?
Taco Bell chicken wings? Nope. I feel like that's a good thing. Yeah. That's a good thing, right?
For me, it's a good thing. I mean, I just asked because so many people was talking about the Taco Bell chicken wings. I was like, I don't eat the Taco
chicken wings. No shade, Taco Bell.
No shade, Taco Bell. If y'all want to sponsor us, that did not come from me.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Okay. Next question. Are you a club person or a at-home watch movies type person?
I'm a hybrid. I like both. Sometimes I need to go out and dance and drink and have a good time and laugh. And then sometimes I'm like, no, I need to stay in and watch movies and be a homebody. So I'm very much in between, a little tweener on that.
So if you had to pick a song to listen to before a match, because I asked if you were a club or you're a hybrid.
Oh, that's a good question.
What song would you listen to before a match to get you hyped?
What's the one? I told you long ago on the road, I got what you waiting for.
I don't even know whose song that is, but I know the
It's Little
tune.
Nas. Little Nas? Is that his name? Yeah, that is it, right?
I
Yes.
know the song. I just don't know who does it.
I think it's called Industry. Little Nas.
Oh, that's the Industry Baby song.
Yes.
Okay.
That's a good one. That's a hype song. I can get real hyped to that one.
Okay. I hear that beat. Doom, 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 doom. I'll be like, oh, what is this? Okay.
Yeah.
I can go with that. I can go with that. Last question.
Oh.
I don't even. Do you eat pizza before I even ask this?
Do I eat pizza? Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
You're in Texas.
Oh.
Have you had Chicago or New York pizza?
I'm sure, like a deep dish. Is that one of them?
A deep
Yes.
or thin crust?
Both. But I'm sure they're not nearly as good as Chicago or New York style.
I don't do the deep dish, so you know.
Oh, I love a deep dish. I like anything real fatty.
Oh, I can't even. What's your favorite type of food to eat?
Well, it's funny that I say that I like something really fatty, but I love sushi. That is like my splurge meal. A crap ton of sushi.
Nicole would love this conversation when we first started doing this. Well, when we started doing this about a year ago, she would always get on before the interview eating sushi, and I'd be like, Nicole, you got to put the sushi away. She's like, damn it. And everybody would see her eating the sushi, and that was her thing.
It's so good. So I'll eat any kind of sushi. I love it.
So this has been a great conversation. You got a great personality. Can't wait till you get back in the ring. So I got to ask this. Well, two more questions, then we'll do our final spot. What is one thing that you would find important that you learned in your time of training while doing wrestling?
Great question. I learned, well, a big thing, patience is key, and things take time, and trying to learn during that time is really important, and kind of figuring out like maybe why you're going. I don't know. That's a hard question. That's a loaded question. Patience. I've learned a lot of patience because this business does not. I mean, sometimes things get handed to you and sometimes they don't, and you're just like waiting, and you feel like that time sucks, kind of like where I'm at right now. But there's a lot of good that can come out of that waiting, and if you try to find it and figure out ways that you can still continue to grow during it, then I mean, there's just nothing can stop you. But patience is key. What else? That's a hard one. Asked right on the spot.
That's okay, because we talked to a lot of people and they've all said patience.
That's cool.
And I always tell, like I said this thing a while ago, you never know how much your life can change in 6 months. So even though you're hurt right now, once you get back out there and people see your skills, you never know where you'll be at. It'd be like the injury never happened, or maybe the injury happened for a reason, and then get on. So,
that's exactly how I feel.
We just put good vibes and energy into the air for you. Now, well, this is gonna be special. We're gonna make you big over here.
Ooh.
We're gonna do our last spot. What we call this is our put yourself over moment.
Oh.
This is where you let us know your social media, things that you have coming, your ACL, out for 6 months, ways that people can support you, and just send well wishes. We just ask you to put yourself over.
Okay. Yeah, sweet. Hi. Well, y'all know me now, Ladybird Monroe. You can find me on Instagram at, I think it's, oh man, I should know these. I think it's at Ladybird Monroe, and then Twitter. No, I lied. On Instagram, it's at the Ladybird Monroe. Twitter, it's at Ladybird Monroe. And I just love it if y'all show me some support by just saying hi. Like, reach out to me in DMs, say hi. I love to meet all the fans or anyone who supports just wrestling in general. And then I have merch. So if you want to support, pay some of my ACL medical bills, you can buy some merch. I have some 8x10s. I'm super happy to mail those to you guys and put a signature on them. But yeah, those are my socials, and I'll see you guys in 6 months where I'm back to kicking ass.
6 months. Hopefully it's sooner. We will see. Don't rush yourself back. But hold on, I was just looking at something here. Hold on, gotta bring it up. Let me go back and see this. The cowboy hats. Is that part of your thing? You love cowboy hats?
Yes, it is. I do like to wear the cowboy hat. I think it's kind of fun, and it pays. It's a Texas thing, I love being from Texas. This is my state, and I'm proud to be from this state. So it's a way for me to show some respect and just pay tribute to my home state.
And let me shout out her T-shirts. If y'all remember those old No Limit Cash Money type covers, that's what her T-shirt definitely looks like. Straight 2000 energy coming out of there.
Yeah. That's the vibe I was going for.
Oh, okay. You definitely got that vibe on the T-shirts.
I think
put it right here.
Sure. You gotta have something fun.
Right. Bam. So you'll see it when I edit the video, like bam, there goes a shirt right there. Oh, right there. There it is. Boom. Yep. See how we both point? Right. Bam. Right there. So Ladybird Monroe, do I have anything else I should ask right now? Let's see. Favorite type of beer, because I'll probably see you out of the show and I'll be like, oh man, we did the interview. I need to buy you a drink or something. What's your favorite type of beer?
I love a good Dos Equis with a lime.
Say less. I got you. I know about them, but say I got you.
You can find them at every bar. Okay, it's an easy beer to drink.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Ladybird, 6 months. Maybe when you get ready and you're about to return, we can come back and revisit this and just see where your headspace is before you go out there and tear the world up.
I would love that.
And I will say we'll probably reach out at the end of the year, because everyone we talk to, we do like to follow up with them, and the ladies will be here, and the ladies will have a question once we start. Yeah, I can still say that. Somebody told me not to say that anymore, but I still say that. Here we actually don't spotlight people who we actually have an interest in their wrestling. So when I saw you on the Mission Pro show, I was like, oh, okay, let's see what she's doing. And I think we did a clip for your match versus Rochelle Chanel, because I was like, okay, they're doing a thing, and then we just start following, seeing everything going on. That's why I knew about you and Gigi doing the tag team and TikTok. So, we got nothing but well wishes out to you for when you get better and you go out here and you do your thing wrestling. And my whole thing is I like to see a person live, so I know one day I will see you live. So,
Heck yes.
Hey.
Heck yes.
All right, so Ladybird Monroe, again, thank you for giving us this time. If you guys do not know, make sure you go follow her, say hi to her. She said send her a DM, but I'm going to tell you, like we always say, do not go in the DM acting crazy. Do not go in there flirting unless she gives you that. Say, hey. But just say hi, keep it moving, keep it respectable. Respect the wrestlers. We love that. But Ladybird Monroe, again, thank you for being here with us. We thank you for the time. We wish you a speedy recovery. Can't wait to see you back in the ring. You guys, next week. Now, I won't tell you about next week, but just know we're going into February. And there's some things coming up. So we're going to dig down deep into it. We do have a sponsored match, and we're going to talk to both of those people. So, hey, if you know what that means. But like I always say, if I love wrestling and you love wrestling, then we love wrestling. It's too sweet for the culture.
If I love wrestling and you love wrestling, then we You're not here, you missing out. 'Cause this show